I remember playing My Summer Car for the first time 3 years ago, after watching several big YouTubers play the game. The goal of the game was to fix an old car in your garage while juggling several attributes: hunger, thirst, fatigue, dirtiness, money, and urine. If you want to eat, then you have to go to the store, but in order to go to the store you gotta pay for gas, and to pay for gas you gotta work, and to work you gotta lower your fatigue, so you have to sleep, but to find the bed you have to switch on the lights, so you gotta pay the electricity. You know what, f this, I'm gonna go live on an island. I was instantly impressed by not only the nature of the game, but also its mechanics, especially driving. If you don't know how to drive a car in real life, then you'll probably have trouble driving one in My Summer Car, because that's how detailed and realistic the mechanics are. Most games would have you press some button before you're instantly teleported in the car, and all you have to do to drive is just press W. In My Summer Car, however, you have to open the door, go inside, close the door, turn the ignition on, put your seatbelt on, release the handbrake, put it in gear, and then you can drive. The same goes for the other vehicles in the game: a tractor, moped, and a van, just to name a few. It was a hard game to get into, but one that wasn't that difficult to master. If you wanted to make progress in the game, all you really needed to do was to drive to the store and buy a single fan belt. Everything else you needed except food and money was basically at your disposal, and you could start building and tuning the car without trouble. However, as the game has gotten closer to launch, each update has made the game way more difficult and annoying than it has to be. If you don't pay your bills, then you must spend time in prison, where you have to wait several hours in real life to get out. Did you accidentally clip a thing through the ground? No problem, the developer retrieves your item by teleporting it into a junkyard where you must drive 20 minutes there and back to obtain it. Did you flip your car? You're on your own. Also, you can only save in certain points. This means that if you're stuck in the middle of a highway, the only save point is a 30-minute walk away. And now, instead of a single trip to the store to get a fan belt, you also have to retrieve tires for the car from an abandoned house. You also no longer have instant access to the van, which means the only vehicles you have are a tractor and a moped. The tractor has storage, but it's slow, and the moped is fast but lacks storage. This means that it's fairly difficult and time consuming to retrieve the tires, and it also makes moving stuff around an overall pain in the ass. So what, the game's more difficult than it was before? Well, yeah, I agree, so what? For the first playthrough, these things won't be an issue at all. In fact, it makes building the car even more interesting and offers the player more obstacles and a rewarding experience. Soon enough though, you will screw up. You either die in permadeath mode or make an irreversible mistake in normal mode, like losing a part of the car you must build, going to jail, burning down your house, or crashing your entire vehicle. Or if you just feel like starting up a new save after going through the content in the previous one. And that's where the game starts to get frustrating, because if you end up enjoying this game, then you will no doubt start several saves, and instead of a single fan belt that's keeping you from making actual progress in the game, there are loads of other things in your way. Things that are so frustrating and annoying to obtain and overcome after the 5th death that it feels like a literal chore instead of a difficult video game. And you're probably better off spending your time elsewhere.